In this other video clip, we'll see how we can express in words that we have something in common with other people without using the expression me too. So if this boy on the left said, I have a dog, and the person here on the right wanted to express the fact that he has a dog too, he could say, I do too. I do too. Here, first of all, you have to look at the very first sentence. When you look at the sentence, you see, I have a dog. Have is a verb in the present simple tense. So the answer, instead of repeating I have to, you will use the auxiliary of the simple present corresponding with the subject I, and that would be do. So you would say, I do too. I do too. Not I have to. Okay? You cannot say that. So I have a dog, and the person says, I do too. Maybe this boy is talking about this other boy. He could say, he has a dog. Notice here the verb has an S because I'm talking about a third person singular. He. He has a dog. And the other person, this person here on the right, this boy on the right says, I do too. I do too. If this boy was talking about this girl, he could say, she does too. She does too. Does is the auxiliary of the present simple corresponding to the third person singular, she. So that's why we say, she does too. She does too. If the boy was talking about himself and the girl as a couple, he could say, we do too. We do too. Do is the auxiliary of the simple present corresponding with the subject we. We do too. The second method, you could start with so. You use the word so, and then you use again the auxiliary of the present tense because the verb that was used in the very first sentence was a verb in the present sentence. I have is present simple. He has is also present simple. I have a dog, and then the person could say, so do I. So do I. If this boy was talking about her, the girl here, he could say, so does she. So does she. Does is the auxiliary of the present simple corresponding to the subject she. So he says, so does she. You start with so. You keep the auxiliary of the present simple because the verb is in the present simple. And then you use the right subject. So does she. If he was talking about himself and her, the two of them together, he could say, so do we. So do we. Do is the auxiliary of the simple present corresponding to the subject we. So do we. So there are two methods that we can use to express a common thing, a common interest, or something common to the two of them. In this case, it was the dog. You can finish your reply with to. So you start with the subject, then it's followed by the auxiliary of the present simple corresponding to the right subject. I do too. She does too. We do too. Or you can start with so. You keep the auxiliary of the present simple with the right pronoun. So do I. So does he. So do we. These two forms are very common in English. We use it all the time. So try to remember these two forms.